You are created for success. You are created for success. I firmly, deeply believe that, right? Obviously, one of the first questions that will spring to your mind when you hear me make that assertion is, okay, so why so many people failing if we are created for success? So we need to be able to differentiate between two things. Number one is um, the principle of success, right? Because success has a principle, and I've taught here several times that everything in life operates on a principle, right? So your ability to succeed at anything depends almost exclusively to your understanding of the principle that drives that thing. Whatever the thing is, there's an underlying principle to it. If it's a marriage, a friendship, a business relationship, a business, a school, whatever it is, there's always an underlying principle or a set of principles that drives that thing. So success really, in a general sense, means that for you to be able to succeed, you must first of all understand the principle or the set of principles that guides whatever it is that you're getting into. If you're getting married or if you're in a marriage, if you're experiencing problems, you may need to take a second look or try and understand if there are principles of marriage that you're not getting right, right? Things like friendship, like responsibility, being financially stable, and all of that. Those are the things that make marriages work. So where there's difficulty or where there's misunderstanding, you need to take a second look at the principles that you're not aligning to. But I want to focus on why I said that you are created for success. And you need to backtrack, of course, all the way back to the beginning. If you want to understand anything, start from first principles, start with the beginning. Now, it is my firm belief that God created um, everything to succeed. And you need to understand deeply how that works. And how does that work? So take an example. If you're someone in business or if you're somebody who produces stuff, right? Now, do you produce that stuff with the intent that it's going to fail? No. No. No manufacturer, no producer, nobody who makes things desires to have that thing fail. So obviously, one of the key things that will be in their mind would be to ensure that this thing is given every reason to succeed, right? And they will make sure that whatever they need to do, whether it's marketing, branding, um, making sure that the operating environment, that you do your best to succeed in the operating environment or whatever it is, the strategy needs to be right and all of that. You want to give your product or your service the best chance to succeed because you desire that the thing that you have made succeeds, right? Now that is the same principle with every manufacturer, and God is the original manufacturer. So whatever He created with the underlying principle or the desire that it succeeded. And to make sure that whatever He created succeeds, He made the environment right conducive to the success for that thing. And He imbued within the product, whatever product that He created, um, the ability to succeed, right? So, for instance, if you look at fish, the thing that he created first was the environment. So he created the water first. Water was there first before the fish came in, and embedded within the fish is the potential for it to swim. So fish were created to swim. They must swim if they are going to succeed as a product, right? So everything that he made, everything that he created, he said that this was good. And when it came to man, it was the same principle. He said that we were created in his image, which is more profound, right? Because we're created in the image of God, the original manufacturer, and we are meant to succeed. Means that as human beings, as creations of man, of God rather, everything that we're supposed to do, we're supposed to be successful in it. But the thing is that if you don't know what you're meant to do, and you keep on doing the stuff that you're not meant to do, or you're not going to succeed, are you? Or you're going to find it very difficult to succeed. A lot of us are doing things that we're not meant to do, that we're not built to do. And that is one of the reasons why we find ourselves having issues with our health, because we're taking on too many things, or we're subjecting our body to stress that it wasn't meant to carry. Your body wasn't meant to be under stress, right? Your body was meant to help you function in the best possible way for you to achieve your purpose. So if you keep on doing things that you're not meant to be doing, you're going to continually be under stress, right? And sooner or later, it's going to tell negatively or impact negatively on you. So every manufacturer desires that his product succeeds. If you look at car manufacturers, for instance, there's this interesting story about the manufacturers of Toyota who discovered that a particular product of their car, one of those products, one of the Toyota products, had malfunctionings with their brake system. What did they do? They recalled those cars. Now, recalling cars is not a matter of picking up the phone to say, "Hey, y'all, whoever purchased this car, just bring it back." It takes money because you've already manufactured the car, you've sold them, and they have gone out to all over the world because Toyota is a global brand. So for you to recall those cars, it's a lot of money. So Toyota spent millions and millions and millions of dollars recalling those cars, but they didn't care. Why didn't they care? This is the interesting part. Because they were protecting their reputation. Any manufacturer is not really thinking about you. Yes, they're thinking about you in the sense that they need to please their customer, but at the bottom of it, they're actually protecting their reputation, right? Because this product comes from them. Their name is on that product, so they're protecting their name. Do you get it? So it's the same thing with God. When he made you, when he created you, he put his image on you, his name on you. So because you have the image of God, or you created in the image of God, and you have his name stamped on you, you cannot afford to fail. Why? Because God never fails. Because he never fails, then you shouldn't fail. But if you don't understand this principle, and if you don't understand that, first of all, you need to start with the viewpoint of understanding your purpose and then doing the things that align with that purpose. If you're truly going to be successful, you won't get the best out of life, and you will continue to have issues. You may experience success in some form, maybe financially, but if you're not really pursuing in active pursuit of your purpose, ultimately it makes no sense. You'd get to hear about a lot of famous people who had financial wealth, right? But they weren't fulfilled, and they ended up having issues, suicide, taking drugs, and all of that. So those were the same things, right? They lost touch with their true purposes in life. So ultimately, they weren't really successful. So you need to understand that despite the outer trappings to see as success, the money in the bank, the big houses and the big cars and all of that, the real core of success, as we were created to achieve, was in pursuit of purpose, your specific purpose that you were meant to achieve. So in order for you to be truly successful, find out what your purpose is and spend your lifetime in active pursuit of your purpose. You were created to succeed in that. You're not meant to do everything. You weren't created to do everything. You were created to do a specific thing or a specific set of things. Find out what those things are and actively pursue it. You were created to succeed in those things. Don't chase 100 different things or 1,000 different things just to make ends meet. Find out what you're meant to do, and everything else follows. You were created for success.